The next person really don't need introduction. You already know him. So I'll ask Brother Bashir to come here and share his ideas, how we could make it happen.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum. We had promised you we would be done by 10. We appreciate your patience for the next few minutes. You have been hearing a great deal about establishing Islamic school and Islamic school and Islamic school. You are probably wondering, why is that we're just pushing the school? There are two families that I really want to recognize for something that we are here for. How did it all happen? In 1985, Dr. Mizgali and Dr. Kardan, who are both sitting over here, while I was teaching a course in Springfield, says, Bashir, our kids are growing, we need some kind of an education. And Brother Adil Bakr, who is in South Carolina now, he and I met with a lot of families, and as you have heard, we started with maybe 20, 25 students at the Dayton Islamic Center, and then you also saw the statistics of where we are. Seems like it's a broken record now. We went from 25 to 125, so you have seen it so many times. There really is no need to reinforce it, but the point is they provided the motivation to a stage where in 7 or 8 years you are seeing the fruits of that. So that was the reason why we keep talking about the school. Now something else that the school did, and that is it brought you all out. Prior to that, there was very minimal involvement of the professional community into the activities, Muslim activities. Also, what it did was helped us establish a cemetery, which most of you know about, and some of you have relatives buried there. But the point here is, it was really the starting point of seeing where we are today. We've heard a lot of statistics as to why it is very important for having a school like this. We have talked about the surveys that we have done, the homework we have done, that Brother Kareem talked about 3 years. We have gone past that. You know where we are. My main purpose as part of my presentation was not as a project that something decided one day that, well, let's go do it. And you all know it's not happened that way. It took us 3 years to do our research and come to where we are today. So the bottom line is, the reason you are here, I have to believe that you believe in the project, otherwise you will not be here tonight. There are other things that you could have thought of doing. And the interesting thing tonight is, for some reason, almost every doctor that is here tonight is on call. Now, they could have very easily said, Bashir, and I understand that, I can't come because I'm on call. They have a professional responsibility. But yet, they choose to be here. So that makes me think that the secret to motivation is belief, and if you did not believe in this project, you would not have been here tonight. So you have heard about the stages of construction, where we want to be in the next few months. I have 2 or 3 individuals, supporters, who have agreed to reinforce what I'm saying, and one brother has to leave in just a few minutes. You heard about what we have raised. You heard about where we are in terms of the land. I will add a few things, certain deadlines to it. So why do we talk about deadlines? We could take the attitude of someday. If we take the attitude of someday, someday never happens. So we are supposed to be looking at October, according to our stages in terms of breaking ground. Brother Kareem talked about our meeting in Indianapolis with the architects. Unfortunately, our brother Mazen Ayubi from Indianapolis made it late. He had an emergency in the community. A couple and their baby child, I understand, unfortunately were killed in an accident. So he was involved in that, and he was running very late, so he couldn't make his part of the presentation. So Brother Kareem covered for him. The point is, we're shooting for October to break ground, and the construction takes 6 to 9 months, because our opening date is, inshallah, God willing, September of 1995. So that is the schedule that we're working for. So everyone's going to say, well, Brother Rashid, what's it going to cost? Well, the first stage and the shell, we are now looking at about $600,000. And we're hoping that at least by October, in order to break ground, we could have a commitment or cash of at least half that, so that we can break ground and then be able to meet our goal when we open. So that is where we stand. We have talked about the things that we have done in terms of the cups, in terms of the cooking, and all of that is nice. All of that is really providing the motivation and commitment. But what it really takes is the commitment of really wanting it to happen. And all of us know, and Dr. Tajuddin last time said, diamonds are in our backyard. That's an old Persian saying. Diamonds are in our backyard. We don't have to go anywhere to ask for money. If we really want to, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us the resources. It's a matter of He providing us the wisdom and the strength to open our hearts and to come forward and get it done. If we are wanting to be proud of what we have, want to have our identity. I'm just going to say one important thing. The center that we have today, Allah bless all those brothers and sisters who made them. Without them, we wouldn't be anywhere. Without them, we wouldn't be here tonight. But as we talked about growth of Muslims, we are growing fast, and we started with 125. The location we have right now, again, we're very grateful to the brothers and sisters who made that Dayton Islamic Center. But it's been 10, 12 years ago. And I want to say this in public because it's very important for us to know this. It is not like degrading any facility or anything like that. When we first did the survey for having a daycare or a preschool over there, the city of Dayton approved it for 15 students. I don't have to tell you what's happening there today with 120 students and what the consequences might be. It just so happens that we're lucky, no one is making any waves, but we are violating every fire code or every parking code or every whatever code there is. Maybe it is just the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that no one is watching. Otherwise tomorrow, if someone came there to visit us what's happening, they could just basically shut it down. And Muslims have a lot of rap anyway. It will be in headlines in the papers the next day. So this is very important for us to do that. Not only that, meeting the social and cultural and other needs of our community. So I have some people here who would like to share some thoughts with you. The first person that I'd like to call on is our brother Tajuddin Ahmed, and he has to be in Springfield. He has to leave at about before 10:15. And he said he'd like to share some thoughts with you. Then I have two other gentlemen who would also like to share some thoughts with you.
Assalamu alaikum. I probably have I'll take about 2-3 minutes of your time, basically to reinforce what everybody else talked about.